are saying that there are going to be talks in Istanbul, these kind of embassy personnel and logistics talks in Istanbul on Thursday. Are you able to tell us anything about that? And I got one more, but it will also be brief.
I thought you said two.
Well, three. Sorry.
Oh, three. So
but it'll be very brief.
Yes, for Matt, 2 equals 3.
Keep my mouth shut up.
All right. Well, sure. On April 10th, U.S. and Russian delegations will meet for a second time in Istanbul to try to make progress on further stabilizing the operations of our bilateral missions. So that is happening in Istanbul. There are no political or security issues on the agenda, and Ukraine is not, absolutely not on the agenda. These talks are solely focused on our embassy operations, not on normalizing a bilateral relationship overall, which can only happen, as we've noted, once there is peace between Russia and Ukraine.
Okay, great, thank you. And then last one.
He seems like so. He wants to keep going. I'm answering his question.
Can you
Yes, sir.
Can you give us any clarity on the cuts, the latest cuts to, not including the Burma stuff, but the cuts to USAID and funding to the World Food Program that happened, essentially over the weekend? Because I understand there may have been some changes to those cuts.
Well, yes. So let me get to those details because that is important. We have, one thing we can say, because this is a large conversation and various different countries are involved. First of all, 85% of previously existing USAID programs with the World Food Program worldwide remain active and ongoing. So that's 85% when we're talking about the effort that the country has made and continues to make. So it is inaccurate, as some have intimated, that USAID has defunded the World Food Program. That is not true. Or that we've broadly backed away from our commitments to providing life-saving food aid. We've said from the beginning that our commitment to foreign aid remains. It may look different than it has in the past, but in this case, 85% of those USAID programs with the World Food Program worldwide remain active. We have terminated a limited number of World Food Program programs based on specific country or program-level priorities, but what is the story here is that the largest group of World Food Program awards terminated were in Yemen and Afghanistan through an executive order that was issued, based on concern that the funding was benefiting terrorist groups, including the Houthis and the Taliban. These concerns with UN funding have been documented and discussed for years, which is why USAID paused all food assistance in northern Yemen through WFP specifically to mitigate any interference by the Houthis, and has intermittently suspended food assistance across Afghanistan to mitigate Taliban interference. Other awards were terminated because they provided cash-based assistance, which the administration is moving away from.